station. You can watch us too on SuperTalk TV on your computer, your mobile device, and our SuperTalk Mississippi news team. They are always covering your Mississippi stories, and we want you to stay up to date. So sign up for our free weekly newsletter over at supertalk.fm/newsletter. It's Monday, so we've got good headlines with Caleb in the house. And I say our free weekly newsletter. You guys do all the hard work on that.
Oh, no, it's a team effort.
But it goes out every Friday, so there's plenty of time to go ahead and sign up for that and get ready for the next installment this week. But what you got for us, Caleb? I know you've always got some good headlines for us.
Well, speaking of good headlines going for us, Rhino's bumping us in with some Boston, some good music to lift me up. Man, I'm excited. Rhino, you always got the good tunes, man. So some good headlines. I've been calling this the Jamal Roberts segment, and we're going to talk about Jamal Roberts in a second. But I've got a really good, feel-good Mother's Day story for you. Tim Elko, he was the captain of the Ole Miss baseball team the year that the team, he coined the moniker, "Don't let the Rebs get hot," right before the team did just that and won the national championship. Well, after a few years in the minor leagues, he finally heard his name called. He got called up to the show, and as a member of the Chicago White Sox organization, got his first career start on Saturday. Didn't do much offensively, but on Sunday, yesterday, Mother's Day, Tim Elko, in the bottom of the sixth inning, got not only his first career hit, but his first career home run in the major leagues. And the story gets even cooler. That home run, a 3-run jack, kind of lifted the White Sox to a win over the Miami Marlins. Well, after the game, Elko, who's been known in Oxford and everywhere, is just this really, really good, humble, just an all-around decent guy. Just no one's ever said a bad thing about him. Well, he goes and he's able to retrieve the home run ball, and he takes the ball and his bat to his mother as a Mother's Day gift.
Oh, that's cool.
So all of our mothers who are listening, don't be underwhelmed with the gifts that your children gave you. I know my stepmother's probably going to love the fuzzy socks I got her for Mother's Day, but it pales in comparison with a home run ball, but
that's cool.
Really cool. It just kind of speaks to who Elko is. The first thing he thought of was, I don't want this for me. I don't want this for. I'm going to give this to my mom, my mom and dad, and his parents were both there, obviously, and then a bunch of his former teammates at Ole Miss were in the crowd too, watching him play for the White Sox. That's a really cool, feel-good story. Good that he got called up and is getting a chance after playing very well in the minors, getting to showcase his talents. Good to see Mississippi on the map, just to see mothers getting appreciated for all they've done.
And as we watch baseball season, I know it may be wrapping up or wherever it is, sort of recognizing these young men still have gifts and talents that can take them further than just their college profession. Not all of them, but some.
Yeah, and in some of them, it's cool that there was a former pitcher at Ole Miss, John Gaddis, who was on that national championship team. He's no longer playing baseball, but he's a doctor. But he was able to go through med school, and part of that scholarship he got went to paying for his med school, went to paying for his college. And so, he was exceptionally talented at the collegiate level, didn't really have major league or minor league talents, but had other gifts in, surgery, medical professional.
Also very important.
Right. So it's cool to see our student athletes that go on to the next level in their sport or go do big things elsewhere in the community.
While we're on baseball, I don't know if it's on your list, but I do know you got to go to the opening night of Mud Monsters.
I did.
So how was that?
Okay, so about 4,552 people showed up. That was the recorded attendance. And Rebecca, when I tell you this, the first couple of years of the Mississippi Braves, I was a kid, but I remember being so excited. Man, we're going to the Braves games. We're going. But then the last few years of it, it just felt stagnant and stale. You could kind of tell that something was happening. The team was about to be leaving, and it just seemed like the atmosphere was dead. That place was recharged on Thursday night. And I'll admit, I'm an emotional guy more than probably most men would admit, but I had a little bit of a tear going down my eye when I got to the parking lot Thursday night and see that the place is packed. So many people, the lines to get into the stadium, the ticket box lines, and then during the game, the concessions lines. People were energetic. Everybody was wearing Mud Monsters gear, whether it was shirts or hats, and people were cheering. They were clapping during the strike two pitch, trying to fuel the pitcher to a strikeout. And the atmosphere was electric. And I'm not saying that as someone who's from Mississippi and wants this to succeed. Admittedly, I am. I fervently, I want this to succeed, but I was amazed. I kind of took a step back and just watched people, watched children, watched the families around, and everybody was into it. Every pitch, every hit, everything. And the Mud Monsters won 13-2 over the Florence Yaws, had a big fireworks show. Now, unfortunately, Thursday night's game was the only game they were able to play. They were supposed to play Friday and Saturday, but we had weather delays and postponements, and so they only got the Thursday game in, but man, it was one for the books. And I'll tell you what, that atmosphere was unrivaled. It was really cool.
That's really cool, and that's good to know. And we all want them to succeed. It will be nothing but good things for Mississippi to spiral out. But okay, I took you off.
No, you're
course.
good. I love it.
So what else you got for us?
Well, Jamal Roberts, obviously, our favorite PE teacher from Meridian turned American Idol sensation, is in the top 5 of American Idol. A Herculean effort, as JT Mitchell wrote, who's been covering this American Idol season very efficiently. Jamal Roberts, he sang Go the Distance from Hercules, was coached by none other than Lin-Manuel Miranda, who everybody knows from Hamilton, The Heights, and a plethora of Broadway musicals. And Lin-Manuel was very impressed, blown away. He said that Jamal Roberts has a voice of the gods as he sang the Hercules song. And he also sang A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke in honor of his late stepmother, to honor her life and legacy and the memories of her. And the judges, the audience, everybody was just blown away. And if y'all haven't listened, go, especially A Change Is Gonna Come. I mean, I'm watching this last night, and I'm like, wow, like this guy has it. Because we're always rooting on our people from Mississippi. We were rooting on Chapel Hart on America's Got Talent, and they have it. Don't get me wrong. And you're watching, Jamal Roberts, and you're just thinking, man, this guy, the range. And Lionel Richie even said, like, dude, you're way too young to be singing like this, like some of these R&B singers that are older and that have gone before you. Like, but he does. He has this immense talent, and he'll take the stage again tonight, 7 p.m. on ABC, and has a chance to advance to the top 3. This is the last episode before the finale on Sunday.
So tune in.
And y'all ought to read more about Jamal's story, too, about how he got on American Idol, was nervous, didn't want to look at a crowd. Now he's commanding the crowd and has this stage presence. It's like a light bulb. Yeah. It's kind of like you read the story about Robert Johnson, how he's getting thrown out of blues bars, and then next thing you know, he comes back with a 6th string, and he's playing like no one's ever played before.
Rose to the occasion.
Now, I hope Jamal Roberts didn't sell his soul to the devil for this. I'm kidding.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not. No, he's a great guy from all accounts, but we're rooting him on. So y'all tune in tonight at 7 and to hear our favorite Mississippian in American Idol right now.
Yeah. We got any other good headlines to wrap us up there, Caleb?
We got a lot of cool things. Softball, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Jackson State, Belhaven are in the NCAA tournament this year. You can find out more at supertalk.fm. And on the baseball front, Belhaven and Millsaps will be participating too, competing.
When does that start?
This week. All this week. And so we'll have our clubs well represented. So Mississippi not only is not just well represented, but a plurality of our universities will be competing.
Go girls.
And we're really rooting them on. And then this weekend on Friday, Pepsi Pops in Ridgeland was supposed to take place this past Friday. Well, the rain had other plans, and so they're going to do it this Friday. So if you guys have never been, like I talked about last week, it's the Symphony Orchestra's biggest outdoor event every year. Live music, fireworks, boats out on the water, all sorts of different food vendors. I know they're all Pepsi product carriers, so like Pig and Pint and others will be out there. And it's a good opportunity to bring out a lawn chair, a picnic blanket, or grab a sack lunch or go eat at one of the restaurants that are going to have their food trucks out there and just kick back, relax, listen to some wonderful, wonderful live music, and just enjoy the night. I go every year, Rebecca, and I've never been disappointed.
We are in the fireworks season.
Yep, we are.
I think I said last week, which just means that there's just so many good things going on. This is a time too to go to those outdoor events because Lord knows it's going to get hot quick.
Yeah, I know. I was out on Saturday. I went to Coffee Fest, which was awesome. But in between walking in and out, which it rained all day Saturday, I'm thinking, it's cool right now. It was like 68 degrees. I said, with all this rain, though, that humidity is coming.
It is coming.
It's coming. And so I do want to encourage Mississippians, y'all get out. Get out and do things when it's not raining right now while we've got this nice, 75 to 85 degree buffer, because that 90 to 100 is about to come, and it's going to slap us right in the face.
It changes your attitude for sure, your outlook on life. That's why you need some good headlines in your life, and you guys do such a good job with those. over at supertalk.fm/lifestyle, which is my favorite button. And to get the newsletter, sign up between now and Friday, or even after Friday. Where can they go to get all that information, Caleb?
supertalk.fm/newsletter for the newsletter, or /lifestyle for all of our lifestyle stories.
Good stuff always. Thank you for your time, Caleb. You guys stick with us. We got more for you.